Wishing you love football, this is the best time of the year.
Soccer is the most prominent sport in the world, and with great power comes great influence. Outside of sports, the beautiful game's most notable impact is easily in music. The great Bob Marley once said, "Soccer is freedom," and living legends like Drake and Rihanna have used the game as a muse for their style and lyrics. Overall, sports and music have always had their fair share of connections. But have you ever wondered why artists like Vybz Kartel and Central C name drop soccer teams and players in some of their biggest tracks? Have you noticed players from Spanish club Barcelona wearing custom Karol G and OVO jerseys? Today, in honor of the UEFA Champions League, which brings together the best of the top division clubs throughout Europe, which you can watch on Paramount+, we dive into the deep connections between music and soccer culture. Let's start with the iconic players who get mentioned the most in song lyrics. Even people who know nothing about soccer know the name David Beckham. The English footballer and husband of Victoria Beckham has been mentioned in hundreds of songs by artists ranging from Tyler the Creator to Ed Sheeran. Lil Kim name-checks Bex on her verse on Keisha Cole's 2007 track, Let It Go.
Here's a little lesson, Lil Kim, don't stress them. Kick them all straight to the curb like Beckham.
And then there's Lionel Messi, the Argentine forward who many regard as the greatest player of all time. Artists like Chance the Rapper, Drake, Travis Scott, Kanye West, and British rapper Headie One have name-dropped Messi in lyrics. On the Hillbillies, his 2023 collab with Kendrick Lamar, Baby Keem gives Messi a nod.
Critics saying that I lost the plot. Principles, yeah, I'd rather not. Messi about to come in hot.
Messi is the most decorated footballer of all time, thanks in part to the 4 UEFA Champions League titles he won as a member of Barcelona. Soccer fans love to argue about who's the GOAT, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, the Portuguese forward who, unlike Messi, is anything but subtle. He's known for his model looks, his lavish lifestyle, and the record 140 goals he scored in the UEFA Champions League. Ronaldo has also scored hundreds of song mentions by the likes of Rick Ross, J Balvin, Italian rapper Capo Plaza, and Afrobeat star Davido. None other than Drake shouts out Ronaldo on his 2018 track Blue 10. GOATs are one thing, but musicians are also fascinated by the young players who are able to accomplish great things on the pitch. On 2024's Bande Organisée 2 by the French rap collective Très Organisé, 34-year-old French rapper Jude shouts out 17-year-old FC Barcelona winger Lamine Yamal. At just 16 years and 68 days old, Yamal became the second youngest player to ever appear in the competition. And then there's Erling Haaland, the 24-year-old Norwegian striker who plays for English club Manchester City. Haaland has taken the sport by storm, breaking records and becoming the face of Manchester City in just 2 years with the club. He's the youngest player to ever score 40 UEFA Champions League goals, and he reached that milestone in fewer games than anyone else. Haaland has already turned up in more than 200 songs. Nigerian star Olamide shouts him out on his 2024 track Uptown Disco. French forward Kylian Mbappe, who left Paris Saint-Germain for Real Madrid this summer, ending a transfer saga that lasted more than 2 years, has shown his magic in all facets of the game. His ability to deliver in key moments makes his excellence undeniable. Mbappe has been name-dropped in more than 150 songs, including 2020's Breathing Exercises by the UK duo Frankie Stu and Harvey Gunn.
I have ups and downs, but I'm happy. I wish Arsenal signed Mbappe.
The connection between music and soccer is especially strong in the UK, where many of the top rappers and rockers are vocal supporters of their favorite clubs. Rappers Stormzy and Dave, like pop star Harry Styles, are massive fans of Manchester United. Meanwhile, rapper Bugsy Malone supports crosstown rivals Manchester City, as do brothers Noel and Liam Gallagher of Oasis. There's some confusion over who rapper Central C supports. He's been photographed in Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal kits. And while Central may not root for the German club Borussia Dortmund, he does shout out their well-paid players on his 2023 track Me and You.
I got paper now, they say I'm important. Rap boy on a footballer's wage, I'm on the same pay as the players at Dortmund. Cry but playing, that's normal.
Some footballers have also tried their hands at music. AC Milan forward Rafael Leao, who raps under the name Way45, has also put his musical acumen on display with a solid discography that includes 2 albums and various singles. Erling Haaland's music career went as quickly as it came, But Kygo Joe, the song he recorded with two of his Norwegian buddies in 2016 under the name Flow Kings, can still be found on YouTube, where it's got 12 million views. Soccer fans have a spiritual-like connection to their teams. And no, I'm not exaggerating. It gets deep. It's like being a part of a religion, and like most religions, there are songs and hymns that are sung to invoke conflict, express joy and solidarity, or vocalize frustrations. The UEFA Champions League has its own anthem. Written and produced by English composer Tony Britton in the style of Baroque composer George Frédéric Handel, the Champions League anthem represents everything the UCL has become over the years. It's a symbol of emotion, passion, and pressure on the grandest scale. As a soccer fan, I can attest to the effects of hearing the violin slide in within the first seconds. While that anthem belongs to all of Europe, every club has its own song and chants that can be heard echoing from the stands during matches. For example, fans of the Spanish club Villarreal have been known to sing the 1966 Beatles classic, Yellow Submarine. Villarreal's primary team color is yellow. The supporters played the Beatles tune on a battery-powered record player in the stands during the 1967-68 season. They added Spanish-language lyrics, and the team nickname became Yellow Submarine. Speaking of the Beatles, Manchester City fans at the Etihad are known to belt out Hey Jude by the Beatles, who ironically were from Liverpool, a rival football city. Paul McCartney actually wrote Hey Jude with the intention to take a sad song and make it better, a metaphor for the advice he wanted to give John Lennon's son Julian about handling his parents' separation. Hey Jude was released in 1968, the same year Man City won their second ever league championship. The song became associated with that triumph, and that's why it became a staple at the stadium. Modern pop hits can also become football anthems. In 2018, Dua Lipa performed in Kiev at the opening ceremony of the UEFA Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool. Her set included the song One Kiss, which thousands of Liverpool fans in the stadium sang along to, and so a Liverpool tradition was born, even though the Reds lost that day. These chants create an outlet for fans to express themselves in unison and come together through wins or losses through the power of music. Soccer players are realizing more and more that they need not be confined to the world of sports. They're free to publicly explore other facets of pop culture, and they have been embraced into these areas with open arms. If you thought it was impossible for the beautiful game to get any bigger, think again. Not only is it expanding, it's synchronizing seamlessly with other areas of culture to create one big symphony like no other. I'm Elischa Edouard for Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music.